we talked about how Double Clutch had only dropped one game in the Tour Series all year. It was Dorito Boys in Game 1 there. Sloppy Seconds has got a third place at Garland. They've won in Rock Hill, but their road to the finals has been anything but clean. They just went 3 with Low Key. They went 3 yesterday against Curtain Call Center. That's Garrett Hornock and Ryan Gross in the quarterfinals. And they also, in their pool play match against Low Key, they also dropped 1 game to them there. So they've dropped 3 games this weekend already. They haven't been playing perfect, haven't been playing clean. But overall, these are the 2 teams we wanted to see playing each other. This is the conversation that everyone's been having. Once the new power rankings came out, putting Sloppy at the top, people said, double clutch too low, double clutch too low. And they get their chance to swing at them.
Yep.
And you got to hope you don't miss, because Travis Core and Gabe Finocchi, 2 players in Sloppy Seconds, are very talented.
They're rocking their new jerseys today. And
yeah, I'm excited to show those 2 guys on stream.
Similar to what we've seen in the other match, I know a lot of times what happens with these 2 players is they'll pick each other up in different games. Like Travis will say, in Game 1, I was hitting. In Game 2, I was hitting nothing. And Gabe picked me up. And so it's all about who's feeling it, who's getting hot. You know, Sloppy Seconds definitely gets hype on each other and tries to amp each other up. Gabe Finocchi, I think he's the best player in the sport right now, and I'm excited to see him on the court with some other big contenders.
Yeah, another one of those 5 to 15 players that are the best player in the sport. You know, I'm putting air quotes around that because, of course, there can be only one. But people like Ryder Even Nair, people were talking about as top server, just showed him on stream. Rahul Murthy, of course. Frederick Hinkle has been having a tear of a year as well, winning a tour stop with Epperson aside from Rahul Murthy. Rahul Murthy has a tour stop win without Hinkle. Gabe Finocchi's in the conversation. Travis Core doesn't have the same flashy serve power, but he gets results.
He's a strong player. Also worth mentioning that Murthy and Finocchi played in the finals last weekend.
Yeah, they did. They played where it was Rahul Murthy and Garrett Hornock in Salt Lake City in the finals against Travis Core and it's not Travis Core, excuse me, Gabe Finocchi and Taylor Church. And so that's the second finals matchup, actually, that Rahul's played against Gabe. They actually matched up, or not finals matchup, second matchup. They've played in Seattle and Salt Lake, and now they're playing again today in Chicago. And I think the one thing people talk about is Gabe is maybe one of the hottest players on scene. Rahul's maybe one of the hottest players on scene. And after Rahul beat him in Seattle the first time in the semifinals, he was very humble, said, I'd love to play with him sometime, but I hear he's really popular. Usually the way it works is if you win, they play with you.
Yeah, right.
They ask you.
Yeah.
And so Rahul's beat Gabe twice in head-to-head matchups this year as far as that storyline goes. So we'll see if Gabe, if the third time's the charm, if he can get that win finally against Rahul Murthy.
I was talking to Travis Core yesterday, and he also mentioned that Gabe's a little less confident against double clutch because his serves aren't as low as others.
Yeah.
Right? He gets the angle, he gets the cut, but he doesn't have as much of the height. They're not as low. And so that's a big thing. We're going to be live momentarily, just a minute or two.
Players are getting set up around the net, probably talking about all their strategies to one another. But yeah, exactly what you said there, where Rahul Murthy has the 2-0 matchup advantage over Gabe Finocchi if you're looking at just that player level matchup, and Gabe, maybe that's in the back of Gabe's head.
Yep.
You gotta do what we were talking about with Coleman and Ryder, where you have to make those serves and just hit your serves. They can hit those low serves. Yeah, Gabe hits some serves that might be high, but these guys can hit solid low serves. Travis Core, same thing. He can hit those runaway serves to the right that you have no chance of getting back to net. So it just comes down to mental execution, physical execution, and for double clutch, they want to execute and take down the #1 team in the country right now.
And we're starting here. Hinkle starting to serve. Right, they're going right into it. These guys just finished their last game, and they're coming in with the next one.
Yeah, and Sloppy Seconds, again, they also had a 3-game series against Loki in the semifinals, so they also are coming off of some hot games. That drop serve not handled clean. Surprising, where we saw Rito Boys just moments ago having some weird carry touches and illegal touches there. Sloppy Seconds, just sloppy. Not illegal, just sloppy.
Just sloppy. How many times are we going to say that?
I'm going to try not to overuse it.
Okay.
Keyword being try.
Try your best.
I'm only human. But Hinkle hits rim on his first serve there. The second one is a rocket. Might have been off the inside rim, but Finocchi will play through. That's fine. If you get that good touch, you got to go for it. Don't want to put it in the hands of the observers if they've got a different view.
Finocchi back to serve. Excited to see what's in his arsenal today. That's one of his favorites, just the toss-out cut, toss-out reverse. Dublin, of course, the Neon Ninja here, and they got their
Yeah.
new jerseys coming in. Not as bright as I think they'd like.
Never bright enough for them. But yeah, these 4 players all serve very unique styles compared to some more traditional in-step things. They're shifting the weight around a little differently, and different is usually better for these guys. As they're the ones in the finals today.
Murthy. Stand out earlier in that semis. But double fault back. So Travis Core is a little different. He likes to do big steps, go for big angles, less about the cut and the motion. Of course, that he does have that, but he's more about the big steps and the angles.
Yeah, using his frame and his reach, not his spin, to generate angles. And that's different for some players. Some players are used to the ball jumping out, and he might still jam you even out on a step out.
Right. That's the thing. It's hard to judge where it's going to come with how big his step is.
Yeah. Especially hard to judge if it doesn't hit the net cleanly. As Hinkle lines up here, 3-2. And he gets that serve to jump again. He's had 3 or 4 of those today, and there's not really anything you can do when it hits that cleanly.
We saw that in the raw stats from Florida. When he hits, he doesn't go for the cut often, but when it lands, it's almost always an ace.
And Finocchi tries to settle. A good off-net hit.
Nicely
But Murthy
settled
trying
by-
to give another money set for Hinkle. And a rare miss hit on from double clutch. We talked about how in semifinals they were getting solid first touches. Their sets were coming from so close to net, and they're just crushing the ball away.
Get another
Hinkle
look
just
at that.
a half step off. Something's wrong there.
Yeah, he tried to pull it and didn't really have it there.
Yep.
So he's still feeling good. That was a nice touch, a nice forced serve. No.
And Finocchi into the rim there.
Finocchi serving again. I think a B was attacking Hinkle. They're all around here today.
Yeah.
I think he's got
A
his
third defender,
yeah,
if you will.
Yeah. That back to Murthy. It's also for nothing super explosive, but
nice reverse cut.
that.
Core's got no shot there. It's one of those situations where your hand's there, but it's something that the hand eye hasn't really seen much of, so you have to kind of link those motions together to make it happen.
Your brain is just also confused. You're like, well, how'd it go that way?
Yeah, you're processing like the physics of it, and then you also have to execute on
Yeah,
it.
6-4, the lead grows for Murthy and Hinkle. Back over to Travis Core, unsuccessful on his first time. See the step out, just a big miss there. Sometimes he just opt for the straight ahead when he needs to. He was really one of the guys who had brought so much angle, handled nicely by Hinkle and into the rim. I think he might be a little disappointed because that serve actually was a little high. But we'll take that. I think they're not super phased. Right, we said they have a very strong mentality.
Yeah, that goes for both teams, really. Just competitors through and through. But that serve chokes up Rahul Murthy. Looks like maybe a carry there.
Yeah, that's what we said. It's so hard to judge where that
He's-
step is coming.
He's stepping out 3 feet and then hitting it still right at you. It's an interesting mental game.
Right.
I know sometimes the one that makes me crack up too, similar to that, is when Kyle Ackerman, for example, steps out really wide and then drops his serve. You're getting that big angle and then you're dropping it. It's like, oh, it's the mind games of thinking you could go out wide.
You could do everything
and then it's
you
cat
want.
and mouse. But for Core, it's just the hard jam right at you, and they get the lead back.
And then the
fakes
fake.
right, go left.
He got the rim. He got
Yeah.
rim.
And he's not even putting cut on that. He's just keeping that low with topspin, and it's still wide enough to challenge because he's reaching so well to the right.
Yeah, that keeps him honest. Like, you can't cheat over super right.
Yeah, you can't cheat anywhere on any of these guys. You just have to get aced, is my
Handles
strategy.
that one a little back from Finocchi, but able to
And
put it on.
Core takes a play out of Hinkle's book.
Just send it far. Back to Finocchi. So sloppy seconds regain that lead.
That one
Way
much high, much too high.
It's just crazy, right? On some people, that's just a
On some people, that is a
beautiful
no-touch ace.
Yeah. Oh, and that one's into the rim. So that one stays low, but
For the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Murthy trying to get the lead back. Entering middle stages of the game, and that's yeah. You see Finocchi hold his hand out flat. That means clean. He's just agreeing. Yep, that's a clean serve.
Yeah.
You got me. Well played.
He got him.
Next point.
A little too slow. That came higher than usual, Murthy's reverse cuts go.
Yeah, a little extra backs, maybe a little bit of back net action, but it's the same thing that we saw for Core getting ace. Is Finocchi's not really putting together the exact mechanics there. Not sure what the call is. Murthy stopped playing, so I'm not sure if he gave up on defense because Core's still good at hitting.
Murthy might have called a carry. I'm not sure.
On the receive. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, their chance of winning the point was pretty low if it wasn't a carry, so that's fair.
But Double Clutch did retake that lead there. They did retake that lead, so they're back in charge.
They got the one on Gabe. So now 9-all. And Core steps out. That one, not the jam.
Nope, that's going past you.
Yeah, after you spread the jam, you got to cut the sandwich.
Yep, I think
Eat that sloppy seconds.
Mm-hmm.
They got a little sandwich on their jersey with the word sloppy seconds in the middle. If you've ever seen their logos on Instagram, or if you've ever gotten a close up of their jersey logo.
Burger. I think Hinkle was saying to Murthy, okay, you've
seen
that one.
Sorry, burger sandwich.
Yeah.
It's a sandwich on a bun.
It's all the same.
It's a word sandwich is all I know.
And the
Goes
drop.
Okay. Hinkle into the body of Finocchi. A diving set.
Onto the rim. Course is upset at himself, but I don't know if he really should be. That was challenging, but
he knows that's a really good opportunity. It's a hard play, but it's a good one.
The notable thing here is Hinkle has been touched, right? He has gotten a defensive attempt, right? No one, I don't even think, touched any of his hits in the semifinals.
And you hear Finocchi shout hand above your head as Core runs in to make sure that is clearly above his shoulder for a fault. Finocchi serving again. Says bang. Hinkle is calling rim there. Oh, or high.
Yep.
And Hornock with a quick signal there from the observer there. High. Second serve coming for Finocchi.
And I think that's what's going to frustrate Finocchi because, right, we said 99% of players, that's a clean ace. That's what the game you got to play. You got to adjust to your opponents.
Especially 98% of Premier players, they keep making the Premier players taller and taller with all these long angles they can hit at. Remember when the serving line, it was now 7 feet. It used to be 6 feet. Everybody was 6 feet tall because they could lie down and be 6 feet tall. It's like, wow, we got some really tall players, I guess. Rojo and Frederick make no mistake. They're like, no, we're okay. We can be a little shorter. You can serve it over our shoulders. That's okay with us. We'll serve it at your shoulders, though, even though. Yeah.
We'll take advantage of that.
We'll take advantage of the imbalance, sure. Not on this one, though. Murthy with a double fault again. So Sloppy keeping that 1 point advantage. And Hinkle thinking about it.
Not liking it. They haven't had too much trouble. At least Hinkle hasn't. Some quick twitches. And just straight at
him.
Wow.
So a big 2 point advantage. First one they've had, I think, all game for sloppy seconds, that is. That one right at Rahul Murthy. Murthy thinks that's high. Core doesn't. He pauses for a moment. Doesn't love that, but agrees. Frustrated just like Gabe is. That one in play, though. A nice hand from Finocchi. And the set is weak from Core again. We talked about it last time. It was something to be hard to be upset about. I think it's pretty understandable to be upset about that missed opportunity.
Yeah, that one was tough.
You need to give Finocchi a playable hit there.
Again, we were talking about earlier in the day, loft. Not much loft there.
Yep.
There was one hit for Gabe to hit.
And he had to do it off net. He had to dive. Yep. He said, I mean, you can't be upset. He set him for a diver.
Yeah, he set him for a diver. It would have been clean gone.
Hinkle with a drop. Finocchi quick to his feet, though, and he pulls it deep for Frederick Hinkle.
Unbelievable touch. And diving gets the drop and puts it away.
And Hinkle with the little fist pump there after the quick run-through drop. A fantastic athletic effort.
Crazy.
Murthy gives him barely enough time to get back.
Okay, look at this first touch.
Plenty of height. Yeah.
It could have went on the net.
Drops it.
And we just missed it, but another ace
back
coming
to
out
the
from
action,
Hinkle.
yeah. Clean ace right through Travis Core. And now we talked about how his first time sloppy seconds had a 2 point lead. Now all of a sudden double clutch back in the lead. Answering quickly.
And we got 14 apiece. Heading to the late stages of this game. Back in the hands of Finocchi. He's been doing it. They've been adjusting it. That's surprised me. I don't know if Finocchi likes to mix in some drops. Might help him a little bit, get some confidence, get some touches.
And that one's in play. Hinkle has thumbs down.
Finocchi agrees. A little side pocket.
A little side pocket. Not okay. Wasn't sure if it was high or not.
Side pocket.
It's all happening so quickly from our corner over here. We reset ball back to Rahul Murthy. It feels like we've been watching this for a long time, but it's still only game one. Action-packed match so far. A nice reverse cut.
Disgustingly low.
Yeah. It might have been a little bit on the side of the net from here, but Core gonna play through that first touch.
And Murthy was there for the touch. They haven't been able to connect with that.
Yeah, just deflected into the ground.
They like the funnel system.
Let's go!
Core steps out and pulls it past him. Murthy wants a high call. Huddling, just checking on the height for that one, making sure they've got the right perspective. And it's a clean serve. You see the signal. Flat hand.
Good serve.
It's good. Core says let's go, and he was right to say it.
Sloppy seconds.
Big time lead
Gains
change.
that lead,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least our third or fourth lead change now of the game.
Core's trying to keep the pace up. He missed that serve and immediately called for a new one.
Makes that quick little adjustment.
And they're happy. Travis Core is the most experienced one on this realm, and he's showing it. Really showing up in this finals. Not his first finals by a long shot.
Getting that lead back up to that critical 2-point advantage here. Can Core extend it one more point?
Another
Challenging serve.
I got you. Did you touch it? Yeah, I touched it. You got something.
Oh, little miscommunication there. So the ball popped up in the air after Murthy's hit. It wasn't. Travis Core wasn't sure if the ball hit a pocket or if it hit Gabe Finocchi's body. And so on the touch, he thought it was the first touch, maybe a set, and Gabe Finocchi had to miss the hit. And all of a sudden, after a miscue defensively, Hinkle takes advantage of that missed opportunity and turns it into a 2-point swing.
Now it's 17s. It could have been 18,
Could have been 18-15, yeah. With a pretty routine play. Hinkle, a full dive. Murthy can't find the net, but what an effort defensively by the two players on double clutch.
Picking up, so
wow.
I hope that Core and Finocchi can be goldfish here and forget about that mistake and just keep it going.
Yeah, a Ted Lasso wisdom from Mike White here. I'm sure Ted Lasso's not the first person to say that advice, but that's where it's been popularized.
Just have a short memory, just focus on the next point.
Yeah. And focus he does, but Murthy's got a backhand into Finocchi's body. Hinkle puts it high. Can Gabe find the touch? He settles back to net.
Yeah!
Pull over the net, and you see Hinkle in the corner of the screen mouths. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, what do you do with that? Finocchi just dove for the first touch. Core settles it back to net. Finocchi runs back, dives, tucks, does a flip, and the ball doesn't go above his shin.
Like, that's
what is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
We got a timeout call, I believe, from double clutch.
An appropriate timeout call there.
Sloppy regains the lead and just
and takes a 2-point lead now. Yeah. Is it 19-17 now?
I believe it's just 18-17.
Well, so it was 17-17 with Hinkle serving. They held and they got that humongous break to take a 2-point advantage.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So we were talking about it could have been 18-15. So it was 17s.
Yep.
But after missing that defensive opportunity, they take that first opportunity to get it right back in a big way on a fantastic rally.
That just shook me.
Whew.
I thought Hinkle coming back, like he's just going to boom this away. And it looked like he was gonna. That diving up, so much loft.
Yep. Fantastic effort. But both teams staying at that point. I got to catch some water myself.
Yeah.
A little tired.
Oh. Wow.
Just watching it has me out of breath.
Okay. Truthfully, the difference thing here is if Sloppy Seconds takes this one, so did Rito Boys in that semifinals.
Yeah.
It didn't help them at all.
I don't know what it means. These teams are both so resilient that anyone could win game one, and it's still anyone's match. No one is out of this by any stretch. It's been back and forth. We've had now too many lead changes to keep track of. At least four.
We're back in the action here.
Yeah, so we're jumping back into it. It's 19-17. Finocchi stepping into serve, faking around, and it goes up and over. Second serve, another fault.
Can't be mad
But
at the
not before the damage is done. Yeah. And they have that critical 2-point advantage. Remember, game to 21, win by 2. So if they can hold here, they'll maintain that 2-point lead. Murthy wants nothing of the sort, though. He
Rims
chases down that same ball he rimmed.
Likes that one.
But it's double fault.
So that's big for Sloppy Second fans. Back in core, who's had the most aces for his team.
Who's been the X factor this game all around. And if he can't ace, they've got a chance to hold on Hinkle's serve otherwise.
Which not easy to do,
Yeah.
but possible.
Not sure which one would they say is easier for them? Is getting the break or getting the hold?
Oh.
Frederick Hinkle might be living for that 1920 serve if he gets the ball back.
They said that's what the dreams are made of.
Core puts it in play. Hinkle's off balance and it's a lefty spike. It's a weak lefty spike, and that is game.
That is game one.
Hinkle won't get the ball. It's 21-18 the way of Sloppy Seconds. The power-ranked #1 team fights late and holds on to it.
They're doing what they're expected to be. It's got to be really tough coming in with that pressure. But
Heavy
they're
lies the crowd.
yeah, they're just absolutely loving it.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at
so
that
we're gonna check in on some more water. I know we just had a quick time out there, a few more points. We're gonna take another break, regroup, and we'll be right back with some Game 2 action for you guys. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Championship Sunday for the Spikeball Tour Series in Chicago. I'm Ben Dantowitz here with Mike White, and we are coming back for the Pro Finals Game 2, the matchup between Double Clutch, power rank #3, and Sloppy Seconds, power ranked #1.
That game
Mike.
one,
Yeah.
went the way of Sloppy Seconds. It was pretty explosive back and forth. Rallies going the way of Sloppy Seconds that really helped him, as well as Travis Core. A lot of aces.
X Factor with quite a few. We talked about how he's a little more of an old age server, doesn't have a ton of movement side spin on a lot of his serves, but he's still getting really good angle and topspin to challenge them with pace.
He's been playing since 2017, and I remember him back then. He's like, well, beautiful reverse there. Sorry, it'll sign me up. And
Yeah,
into the
now we
round.
can talk about old
It's
school.
over the break, but Travis Core, I remember, I think, he discovered the game, and he's like, oh, you can hit it as far to one side as you want. I'm just going to try to do that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, oh, I'm just going to try to do that, and that's what he's been doing. But nice reverse to start, and they're going to make chase here. Left up, plunge aloft, should be good there, and a beautiful lefty pull. Wow.
And Sloppy Seconds starting exactly how they started last game with a challenging serve to get an ace, basically. And then you said they were getting all the free balls and winning those 50-50 rallies. Fantastic touch displayed there. Plenty of height, well-centered, put away. That's exactly what you want on that 1-2-3 sequence.
Get another view, just a classic, I'm ready to chase it if you launch it. That's how they're getting their digs.
Yeah, you see Core hustling back to net that his feet are set around, and then a clean left hit. He's got both hands. He's got all the hands, of course. He's one of the top players in the game right now. Murthy, no slouch either with a nice reverse cut. But Travis Core able to hit the off net.
Very clean hitting, just coming through for Core. He, has just played so much. He knows the angles he have. He's ready to work with it, and he's got a lot of pace on it too.
He knows he can play mistake free. He knows he can take that ball a little bit higher and say, make this play. I dare you. He's not gonna make the mistake and give that point up for them though.
Close for him on that first one, so we'll try again.
3-1 second.
Nice serve there though. And another ace for Sloppy Seconds. Opening up a pretty strong lead. Last game they started a little behind and had to catch up. So they're keeping things right where they were at the end of game 1 where they picked up. Big lefty serve.
There's the
Gabe
chase.
gives chase wildly far. Not a serious opportunity to get the ball back to net, but great hustle shown. They can track down not quite everything, but almost.
Let's see this. It was honestly a great diving set, but just the wrong direction.
The first touch not close enough back to net for a Core to have an opportunity to set. And that's okay. You can't be too upset about that. That's a low percentage opportunity. Core wants to play that serve.
Touch there by Murthy. Beautiful diving set by Hinkle. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow, he's diving right towards us there.
Wow. That's just impressive.
Whew. Hinkle going to jump right into this next point. He says no replays allowed. Stay in the present.
We're just going. Jams it right at him. Nicely handled. And
that backhand flick, yeah.
Hinkle
It was something.
just
It was
lost.
something that Gabe was set up for quite a bit when he and Travis won the Rock Hill Tour stuff back in July. Just those over the net backhand flicks, where there's just no answer for a lot of players. We saw it for Carol Hoy yesterday. No one had an answer for her backhand flick either. Turns out it works at all levels, all divisions. So if you got a hit you're working on, I'd pick backhand flick, Mike.
It seems to be so great.
Or that, you can learn a cut serve. Why not?
That was
Travis is trying to run it off.
oh, disgusting. Let's get another look at that.
Yeah, we're getting a look at the replay, but I'll let you guys know that while we're playing the replay, Travis, instead of switching spots with Gabe, he ran the long way around the net to switch spots.
Just this
Little celebratory 3/4 lap.
the amount of spin on that. So they're rotating now at,
Yeah.
at 4-6. But
So if Frederick's serves are jumping, what are Gabe's serves doing?
oh, they're launching,
Launching off the net.
space jamming.
Space jamming.
Oh, well, a little mistake there.
a little cartoon rut-row from Space Jam there.
And
Gabe doesn't go for that backhand flick. We just praised him for it, instead going lefty and it misses. So double clutch back within one. And you know they're gonna push for a third game. They want it.
So we'll swing up again. And it looks like sloppy seconds have been controlling the pace, and that's what double clutch likes to do.
That serve maybe off the inside rim. Rahul
Murthy a little
knows.
frustrated.
A little upset.
Yeah.
He's just centimeters off. That serve no good. Core goes short. And Frederick sneaks one up on Rahul there.
That looked risky. He can be so intense and so casual.
All at once, yeah. And Gabe's probably going to opt to play this one. No, never mind. But for Hinkle, that's one of those things where it's an easy casual, just tap on two. But you feel so silly when you get your teammate there.
Right.
So
Finocchi,
not a lot of reward, very high risk.
Finocchi seemed to have wanted to play that, so I think he might be upset if he gets aced here.
It's also a weird mental game thing where in your head you're like, I wanted to play that, my teammate called fault, and now I have to return Frederick Hinkle?
Yeah.
What the heck? Hey, you return Frederick Hinkle, okay, if you want to call fault.
I wanted to play that one, yeah.
You know what? I'm going to get aced, and then you can return Frederick Hinkle. How do you like that? But Hinkle goes for a double fault instead. That one just above Hinkle's shoulders. Quick left for Gabe Finocchi, though. He's able to get to that side so fast.
Ooh,
And
goes for the
another double
reverse
fault.
there. Rahul Murthy back. Don't have the lead, and he's not as successful in this match so far.
Has not
Seems to be a
generated
little
that pressure, yeah.
frustrated, yeah. There comes the cut, nicely handled by Core.
And you see the movement is so strong and it's so fast, and Core's just putting it up right to Finocchi. Nope, no problem.
And as a
We
good
talk about
server,
Hinkle
when you
being
don't
casual,
get
yeah.
aced, though, when you're a big server and the aces don't come,
Yeah, you're used to it.
You're deflated.
Yeah.
You're like, I usually hit that,
This
and
is
it's a guaranteed
this is
point.
weird. Usually when I play round net, like they just go by them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we talked about how Hinkle sometimes is looking casual on the receive. Core there, nonchalant, no problem, receiving one of the best servers in the world in Rahul Murthy. So, just some excellent class by these players. Strong servers, strong receivers as well, and then all overall just offensive players. They make it look so easy against each other.
Frederick Hinkle being in swing,
Yeah.
big swing.
Trying to tie it back up here. Finocchi quick up from the drop, and he rims it into himself. So it's just enough pressure where Finocchi sees the defenders are in the spots. They've already rotated quickly, and just a little bit of
So
anxiety there around the net.
you call it an unforced error. Really, they mentally forced him to do that.
Yeah, that's an intimidation defense. Intimidate sometimes. His
Or-
core can't play that rim.
You wanted to play that one,
He'd
right?
be happy
Goes
to.
the other way.
Yeah, just as long as Gabe's not playing them.
And the drop comes out again. I like the choice.
Up quickly, and he rolls that one up and over Hinkle.
It's a little upsetting when those go past you, but it's hard to account for that.
Yeah, because Hinkle's covering so many other angles, so many other hits. He's got to give something up. Finocchi trying to extend the lead here. Rahul taking a low. Nope, never mind. Not a low athletic stance, just tying his shoe. I'm kidding, guys. I saw him tying his shoe. A little extra pause there. Take a breath. Maybe icing Gabe Finocchi.
That's a good one. Nicely returned, though, and the backhand.
It's the same thing, though. It's a good serve, and it looks easy to return. The receive is just casual.
Yeah. So it's a nice, nice hand, nice head, and just an easy rip. Not much you can do there. So 10 apiece halfway through this one.
We were in a similar spot last game.
Go, go.
They're going to play that one. Are they going to regret it? They are. Oh, but no, he was in
It's
the no-hit zone.
It's no hit zone violation. Yep.
A little pop off by Frederick Hinkle.
Yeah. So now when you're trying to play body defense, you can play defense in the no hit zone, but if the ball ends up accidentally being a hit, which is in this case a body block, that's a no hit zone violation. Yeah.
I know some of your chat are going to be complaining that you wish that was legal.
But yeah.
But it currently is not.
It is not. It keeps players safe, and it forces them to pick a side. If they want to go for the block, you can just back up, and if you want to play closer defense, it becomes more of a choice.
Yeah, can't just sit on the net all day.
Can't have it both ways.
So easy, quick
at
put
least,
away.
At least for now. If you petition your local Spikeball Rounded Association board member, maybe they'll change it, but they probably won't.
Back in the hands of Hinkle, so
back to the action.
All tied up.
Back from our lobbying day.
Yeah.
Hinkle wants the same ball, so he'll have it.
Again, hops to the drop. Actually slips, so
yeah, Cord little slip, but it wasn't a drop meant to ace or challenge. It just to put the ball in play, get a defensive look.
I think that there's been some unforced errors on the sloppy second side, so not surprised. Unbelievable diverse cut. Oh, they called side, or they thought rim. They're gonna talk about that. That looked
just need to get a second perspective.
Crazy. Yeah. Fortunately, we don't got a replay for you. Just clip that and watch it back. But absolutely disgusting reverse cut.
Gets them now up 2 here.
And the left.
Big lefty. Yeah, Frederick calling hinder there right as he's jumping over the net. And that's a mix of making sure you call hinder in a timely fashion. And Finocchi there is across the net. He wants to clear on Hoods in, but he doesn't want to hurt Gabe. You're not trying to. You don't need to make contact to get a hinder call. An important hinder distinction there. So.
And in some cases, right, they're saying is that a redo. It said no, he hit it past you, but if Gabe got a touch, then would have been a redo there. Back to Murthy, a nice low one.
Good
Can he get
serve.
the set back?
Finocchi's trying to force the ball to Core's right hand there, which is a good choice, right? If he's going to be off net, may as well put it on his dominant hand. He's just a little heavy-handed there on the set. And Core's kind of running off bounce. It's like a fadeaway off net spike. His weight's shifting all the wrong way. A big reverse cut. Yeah, and you see the signal there for a carry call. 2 big serves back-to-back for Murthy, and they are back in the lead.
Yeah, that's just powerful statement back, saying no, I'm still working here. I got it, and it's a game of streaks, so no lead is safe in round net.
Yeah, I'm okay putting in some overtime for game 3. Stay in the office, Rahul.
Go.
Rahul with a body up. Can Hinkle find the center? Just a foot off to the backhand.
We can cut Hinkle a little slack there. He's been absolutely nutty with those sets.
He's making some fantastic plays, yeah. And this is also a hard one. He's giving chase. Hard to find himself under the ball in time. But he seemed kind of... I'll give him a little bit of a flack for saying he's not running towards the set there. Maybe try to get his feet in a better position.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So as much as he's made some great plays, I don't know if he's hustling as much as he should be to get his feet around that set. But Core's serving again here, and that's high. So we'll see if Frederick Hinkle can give Gabe Finocchi any slack.
A big grunt comes out on that serve.
Big force exerted there by Hinkle. Wants to get that 2-point edge in a game to 21, win by 2.
Again, opts for the drop in the second serve. I love it.
And Finocchi likes that backhand flick.
So clean.
Yeah, I don't mind that from Hinkle. He just wants the ball in play, forcing the offense to work through their motions, show some looks. And Murthy's had a couple of fantastic body ups.
15 apiece here. I think they're going to want to play that one.
And Hinkle with a fake backhand and then just tucks the ball across the net. Whew. So smooth.
I thought it was a simultaneous hit, Finocchi, but disagree. Let's get another look at this. Like, how?
You see it. You see him load that backhand, and then at the end of it, he just twists his wrist around really quickly. Another fake drop swing there from Murthy, but it hits rim. So what was supposed to be a challenging serve becomes a pretty easy one for Cord to return. So they keep things close. Murthy wants to switch teams. Not allowed mid-game.
Core, the standout server in game 1. Not much success this far.
Big
Drop
fake. Great height from Hiko on that set to give Murthy time. Fantastic set.
He is terrified. That
Murthy feels like he stole that hold.
That hit was so impressive too. Like Finocchi was in the spot and it just blasted right past him. Usually on those scrambles, you get you just put it on. You just do what you can. 7-6. That one goes high. Might be on our way into some extras here. Nice hard serve at him.
I'm just trying my best not to do the commentator's curse for any situations now. But if you want to say that, Mike, if Mike White wants to say we might get into extras,
yeah,
so be it.
Uneasily handled by Sloppy seconds.
Yeah, still tied here though, 17-17. And Sloppy won game 1. This is a must-win for Double Clutch if Rahul wants to stay undefeated on the Spikeball Tour Series this season. For those who don't know, he is 2 for 2 in playing in tour stops and winning them. And nobody else, the only other person who came to the weekend undefeated on the year was only 1 for 1, Thomas Hamilton. So to three-peat would be something special.
That'd be crazy.
But right now he's looking down the barrel of 18-17, and he's got to win this game and the next.
Going back to Murthy. They got the lead. They're feeling good. One more break probably sends them into game 3. Asking for a new ball. They're getting blown up around here. I think he's just gonna go for the bread and butter reverse cut. Taking some time just to get settled. And just a cut. Just a cut.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
That's really all they need. They got to just hold on the end here.
It's what we saw last game though, where Core got that big ace at 2018. I think you want to just keep the pedal to the metal because the other team could answer at any moment.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
We talked about how Rahul is capable of keeping the ball very low, but he hadn't executed quite like that.
And that was it.
just barf.
Yeah.
Just barf. Disgusting ace.
So now 1 point away from forcing a game 3.
Finocchi can't find that set from Core.
So another attempt here, and then they're just receiving Core a couple times.
Good
if they can
push.
put this away. And they don't. That's it.
Core, you see his body language. He's okay with losing this game.
Yeah.
He's done. He wants to play game 3.
I'm a little surprised by that. I'm a
Yeah.
little surprised.
For someone so fiery, so competitive,
Yeah.
to just check out at 2017 when you could absolutely get 2 breaks back if you get that hold. That is well within your skill set. You've done it this game. You've done it this match at least. Little interesting to see that go that way, but I won't complain about getting game 3. I will say, Mike, remember when you were talking about at 17-17 we might
We
get
got the replay here, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Of that reverse cut. All right, we're going to show it again.
Yeah, trying to show that video. But while we look at this, 17 all, Mike was saying we're on pace for extra points.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure the viewers remember that.
I cursed
Just
it.
want to make sure you guys clip that at 17-17 when Mike said we're going to play in extras. But I'm okay with it. We get game 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad.
Bonus round that. That's been a really interesting one so far. Like some hot streaks, some errors, which actually more errors than I expected.
We said in the semifinals for Double Clutch that they were go, go, go. This has been a very stop and go game where they're getting some breaks, there's some fireworks, and then we have some double faults.
Both
some
teams
very
are
some very
controlling the
slow,
pace, yeah.
slow, casual offensive sets, and then bang, bang, bang offensive sequences that are really quick, big aces, big defensive touches. So I'm excited to see more of those fireworks. We're not going to be taking a break here. They're going to be jumping right back into the action for you guys. They just grabbed some water. The observers are grabbing some water. I think Mike and I grabbed some water too. But yeah, hope you guys are excited for this game 3. I know we are here in Chicago.
I think you tried to do
As we turn you over to the action.
Love to let me know in chat who you root for
Yeah.
here and who you think's going to win. Those are different things.
Those are 2 questions. Yeah.
Those are different things. We're just waiting. You got Gabe Finocchi out there.
Yeah, and just another update I'm going to give for you guys on on the third place matchup between Rito Boys and Loki. Rito Boys won the first game 21-16 over Loki. So if Rito Boys can win this, they'll be crossing their fingers for double clutch to win it, so they get a chance to play sloppy seconds in a true second matchup. And then, of course, the very opposite will happen. And for those who are wondering why we do that and how that works, at Spikeball Tour Series events this year, the top 2 teams get a automatic bid to the Pro Division at Nationals in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania in October. So it's important we not only crown a champion, but also if the 2 teams from the same semifinals finish first and third, the third place team gets to challenge the second team for a true second. Carries that big pro bid as well as some points and some cash. So we'll keep you guys posted on that third place matchup as well if it comes into play. We see, looks like Hinkle's going to be serving first.
They're trying to find some good balls this final. I know Hinkle is very particular.
Yeah. And it's also it's warmed up more and more over the course of the day. You know, now we're getting closer to the mid 80s, whereas it was only low 70s to start the day. So these guys are trying to adapt as they go. And yesterday we played indoors, so it was a little bit different conditions. But Hinkle's got a ball. He's got something that works for him, so he's going to go for it. And Core's going to send it high and far. Hinkle gives chase in a good spot. And Hinkle, kind of nonchalant tap back on the net. Looks like a hinder call from Core where you see Hinkle kind of running back through the net. He's basically cutting off Core, who wants to run in the space, but Core's trying to play safe, and it's important to prioritize safety there for that hinder call. So usually it's a little more benefit of the doubt for those kind of situations when safety's in question.
Hinkle's not upset about it.
Yeah,
right? He's like, I get that.
Hinkle's like, I'm glad that we didn't have a big head-on collision there. Let's do it again.
I got to mention how good that first touch from Hinkle was, though.
That was good. And the set from Raul was fantastic. Little carry on the first touch there from Raul, though. Not a clean touch there.
Yeah. Going back to the hands of Finocchi. This is tense. This is tense as it's going to get. That's high there.
I mean, this may well be a preview of a finals or semifinals match we could see at Nationals in just under 2 months. So yeah, a lot on the line here. This also could be for the seeding situation, for whoever wins is going to get the most points from today.
It's really important.
A lot of things on the line on top of just bragging rights.
Yeah, but the bragging rights
are the most important. Bragging rights are the most important thing. Yeah, the egos are big. The egos are big in this matchup.
Nice athletic play from Finocchi getting around that one. Travis Core. I'm looking for him to be a little more explosive in this game 3. He's an experienced clutch player. They're going to play that one on high.
Goes high and far. Finocchi gives chase off screen. And it's the backhand flick. There's no answer for the backhand flick. I keep saying it.
Yeah, the backhand flick's one of the best shots in the game. Tyler Chiswick was developing that 4 years ago.
Yeah, we saw the women's finals yesterday too for Kara Hoy. I asked her after. She says, "Yeah, until anyone defends it, I'll do it forever."
Yeah.
Gabe Finocchi surely feels the same way in this matchup.
It's especially great in the no-hit zone because it's much easier footwork than a
to jump across.
Hit. Yeah, it's a much easier footwork. A high serve there by Core, but they got to be ecstatic about that early break.
A little bit of discussion about maybe side pockets and angles. A little trigonometry here from Raul. Travis Core maybe working on a different theorem himself.
Oh, we also got Dan Abrams helping them fix some balls because the balls are getting a little
Dan
over
Abrams with a little needle in pocket. I know I was doing some of that yesterday for players as well. The balls are as temperamental as the players.
We got a side pocket there, so no good. Rotating around. Hank a little bit different of a stance there, opening his left foot out.
That one a little high for Hinkle.
And they're gathering some balls. They've been hitting
taking
them.
a moment, yeah, just to get the ones that they want.
Bro, this guy's got 30 balls over there. Garrett.
I've honestly been swatting yellow jackets.
taking Finocchi back to serve.
And,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's not a no-touch reverse ace, but
Might as well have been.
it looked like it. The ball was on the way down for Hinkle when he touched the ball.
Yeah, you can't soft touch that one. And that one just
Reverse
pops up
cut
high.
way too high. A little bit of extra backspin on it.
We got the
But
replay
not
here
before,
of
yeah.
that reverse cut. Yeah. Yeah,
No.
oh, look at this angle.
No
Boom.
answer from Hinkle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big serve from Murthy there, but handled by sloppy seconds.
Nice
one.
left.
I usually go there, but he went so deep.
Yeah, and sloppy seconds up a handful now.
Mhm.
Good serve and play. Maybe a
And we got a carry on
rim or
Hinkle.
a carry off of Hinkle's fingers there. Hinkle was calling. Hinkle wants to call high. Hinkle wants to check if it. So for those wondering, if it's a carry on the serve, if the serve is high, high will override the carry call. It'll revert back to the fault. So Hinkle was just double checking in case it was high. That would be the call. But it's a clean serve and a carry at that on the receive.
Let's go!
Gabe Finocchi with a block, but we're getting the no-hit zone violation there. So both teams have pulled that off now.
Yeah.
So here's your you guys can clip that. You can lobby the board with those clips and say, "Oh, it's so cool when they do that." Does Gabe want to play that
They are.
off the rim? Wow. Just a fantastic dig from Gabe to dig that rim. It's in the ground and he gets the ball up and high, and then Corey has plenty of time to set him.
Yeah, that's really playing the
Great
rim.
tactics.
It's such an interesting strategy, but it can be so effective.
Yeah, that reverse cut from Gabe, a little high on Hinkle.
Just a cut there, and he gets it.
Hinkle's
a little
not
hat.
happy with his receive. He's not happy with his hat. He's not happy.
For him, that should be a bread and butter play. It would hit him in the hand.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Meanwhile, you can't say things hit people in the hands and then they're just going to no-touch ace
Yep,
them.
yep.
Oh, my gosh.
Mhm.
Poetic stuff there. 10-4 now.
Mhm. Wow.
Not clean, but wow, that had some movement on it anyway.
And the drop scooped up nicely by Hinkle.
And whatever serving block that Gabe might have had when he played double clutch in Seattle, he appears to be overcoming in a big-time way.
Replay there of that hat throw.
So big run there, but now down 5. What can Murthy do?
And you see they're frustrated. Sometimes teams can feed off that frustration, but so it depends what they do with this energy.
And Murthy deflects it, but not towards Hinkle.
That's got to be so frustrating. A good, not a great touch there.
Yeah.
And you think oh, they're
But-
finally not having a perfect set. We're gonna get that up.
Yeah, you applied enough pressure that Core's off net. He's hitting left-handed. You can't ask for much more at this level. And then to have such a strong hit from Core get through the defense. Unfortunate break. Core with some fantastic movement himself. Murthy rolls that one off the pocket.
That's unfortunate.
Fantastic save.
Wonderful recovery set.
Look at the movement on this serve.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Nice recovery set and nice on the pocket. You can't account for that.
Yeah, but great stick-to-itiveness because for double clutch, that's an ace.
Yeah, you could easily give up on that.
Yeah, that could be scored as an ace, and that would be totally okay. So there's a net contact there from Finocchi as he's going across. So
Okay. Hey,
Well,
just
let's
like that, it's
get one point back.
Just like that, it's 7-11.
And Hinkle hits it by court, but he's got to hit the net first.
The drop, love that option on the second serve.
Hinkle trying to get big.
Yes, sir, David Gonzalez.
But big lead, talking with the crowd. They're feeling good.
Reverse
That
cut.
one's-
It's a little high. They play through on the good touch. A backhand quick touch lefty. Woo!
Everything is going sloppy seconds way. They are
And
making
then
it
some.
happen.
And
Yeah,
then some.
they are making it happen.
Like that play is is a nice backhand. It's great positioning, but the fact the ball's going right to Travis and it's like soft little pillow. Hey Travis, here's a slow touch. Can you set me?
That's good defensive chemistry.
Yeah.
Is knowing where it's going to go.
Yeah, and angling towards your teammate. And you see double clutch trying to recover here, and they can't. They just can't.
To rim. 14-7. Do we see a timeout?
We've not seen a timeout double clutch yet. They're trying to regroup. They right after they got that one break back where we said that's one. Well, now that's 1, 2. Right back for sloppy seconds and breaks. Big time cut serve. Rahul thinks high. Gabe thinks clean. Observers will check perspectives on that. Look for a height. And it's high. Yeah, some fantastic moves still from Finocchi, and he gets 2 back.
This is just a big lead they've made for themselves.
And it's not insurmountable. I mean, Double Clutch is a team that can continue to generate it. It's kind of like what we were saying earlier, where if you haven't been getting those breaks, can you just stick to it and hit the serves you know you can hit?
Right, you don't have to swing harder.
You don't need to force it. It's going to happen.
Yeah. But two quick ones from Murthy, and they already lost one opportunity there. They only have 6 left.
Yeah.
Six left.
The game is running away
for
fast.
5 more serve opportunities.
Who would serve between 15? So yeah, 5 or 6, right? Yeah, so I'm trying to do the math in my head.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Because you get to serve at 20.
You're right.
We're just working on a chalkboard back here on the stream. But anyway, no matter how many chances they have, they need to get breaks back in a hurry.
Yep.
And double faulting is not the way to get breaks back in a hurry.
Right, like I said, our math. They had 7 chances left to serve, and they double faulted through 2 of them.
Yep.
Not looking good.
Yeah. They will need to live up to that team name. They say they're both clutch players. Maybe they're trying to put their backs really against the wall. Wait a little longer. Really show everyone how clutch they are. Maybe that's the tactic, as that one is a little high on Rahul.
But just sloppy seconds, looking very composed, very in charge. Okay, that's one.
Kind of matter of fact, too. I was like, yeah, I can just hit these serves. That's cool.
I got one.
Okay, no, that's fine. 11-16, yep.
11-6.
Only 5 back. We're going to play that pocket. And it's just a casual push. And you see, Rahul's been getting nice body touches up the net. But he set up his defense so early that you're just daring Travis to hit the ball away from you. It's too easy for a player of that caliber when he's getting a clean set from Finocchi on the net. It's just hey, don't hit it at me. Perfect.
No, yeah, I can do that.
So if Murthy wants to make a late adjustment, defensively and try to move and slide into a spot, he might be able to get a better deflection there. But standing still on defense is not going to work at this level. See Gabe trying to be a little more dynamic jumping, but goes up and over.
Just misses the body there.
Little guy hitting big.
So it's back to Hinkle. I wonder if we'll see a cut attempt on this first one, because it is such a strong serve when he does land it. But the other question is,
that might have been it, but went high.
Are we getting the drop here?
No, he wants that big one.
So what is that now?
18-12.
But another Rahul, I guess,
three
double
and
faults.
4 double faults though in their last 4 rotations serving between the 2 of the double clutch players. Yeah.
The little
For those trying to keep up with stats, you can check out roundnetstats.com. Roundnet Analytics Worldwide will be helping you out. But that's a nice reverse cut from Gabe.
Again, casual. Got the up.
Yep.
A little dive. I like this from sloppy seconds. Some teams, maybe a little more comfortable. They're saying, no, we'll put our effort in. We'll keep it going. We'll keep it building. Nice touch, just a little too far. So we're back. We rotated. Rotated last point, so it's 13, serving 18.
And
called
now it's
rim.
Oh.
And they all
now
got
it's
clean.
now it's 14 serving 18.
14 serving 18. All
So a couple of
clean.
big breaks last time around for Rahul here and his last rotation. So he just needs to string more than one together to really make a comeback. Nice serve. That's a tough touch. It's that flutter to the ground.
Okay. Quick 2 in a row. Bring it back and a timeout. Timeout by sloppy
It's a good
seconds.
timeout to slow him down. That's the first time they've let up 2 breaks in succession there in maybe the whole game, if not early game. Double clutch might have gotten a couple earlier. But yeah, great for Rahul. He'd been struggling to get some good serves and he'd been double faulting, and now getting 3 breaks in his last 2 times serving his possessions with his rotation, and can maybe extend that from 3 to even more. Still on the ball.
It's just weirdly unsettling how this lead could just crumble in an instant.
Yep.
Right? Like
in a hurry.
Right, they had a 5 to 6 point lead. Now it's a 3 to 4.
Yep.
Right? Like that's terrible. Oh, they came back real quick here.
Yeah, they just won their 30-second timeout. They're OGs. Travis Court and OG, the timeout used to be only 30 seconds.
The reverse comes in, and they got
and
a
they're
carry
calling
call.
a carry call on Core, trying to pull that ball back to the right, from the left to right.
So now
Can't do that.
3 in a row.
Can't stop Rahul with a timeout call, I guess.
Okay, this double fault is huge for sloppy seconds here if it comes together. But he
Goes
gets
for a big
another-
reverse. And a great set and push, though.
Okay,
So they stop the bleeding now, up 3.
but 3 in a row, that's just extraordinary.
Yeah.
and they were all they're not like tough touches. They were just aces, just nothing.
Nice serve from Core, but settled well. And Hinkle just going high and far.
Mhm.
It's not a pretty swing, but it clears the defense and it works.
So nothing there.
Second to last chance, though.
That's right, second to last chance. Henko gets one more, and hopefully Murthy gets one more.
This is one of those I get one, you get one situations. If they can get 2 breaks back on their next 2 spots.
Jams him, handled nicely, skied up,
Touch
but a
from
touch.
Murthy.
Can they get the communication going?
And the backhand's off net. Rahul he stops himself short. He knows that he can't. If he breaks the set, it could be a disqualification for conduct. So he puts the set back down and just throws his hat to the ground. But he knows what that situation meant. He knows what that was.
He's just so upset. That would have been everything for them.
Here's a championship point for Finocchi. And that's championship. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Murthy unable to settle that serve, and 21-17. It's game 3 the way of sloppy seconds.
Oh
They
my
are the #1
goodness.
team in the world. They remain on top here in Chicago with a loaded field. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that was just incredible. Let's take another look at this final serve. Just right in the hand, and an incredible serving. I think I'm gonna step off. Try to get you to talk to Mr. Finocchi here.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Spikeball Tour Series Chicago Tour Stop. I'm Ben Dantowitz here with Gabe Finocchi. Gabe, great playing in the finals there. You guys just got the big win defending that #1 spot on the power rankings against Double Clutch in 3 very exciting games. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I feel like we played really well. I feel like Travis just received insanely that whole series, and I'm just played good defense. I'm excited.
Yeah, something we noted, especially on the defensive sequences, you guys had some really good control getting the ball high, and then the sets were on top of the net. The players already back to net for those hits. Tell me about that. One of those rallies where you ran back to net and did like a front flip, hit the ball clean over net. How did that feel in the moment?
Oh, that was the best feeling because I feel like Travis was just outplaying. It was just carrying me hard that whole game 1.
Yeah, so you got to make a big play.
Yeah, I had to make up for it.
Nice, yeah. No, very much a big like ninja time play. I know you're a bit of a parkour guy, so it was very exciting to watch you making those athletic movements on the net. One other thing I noted was for Rahul, it's his first tour stop he hasn't won this year. He was 2-0.
I know.
He won Seattle. He won Salt Lake City last week, and you played him both times. Some tight matchups. How does it feel to get a win over Rahul?
Oh, it feels good. I feel like today I got a good look at the serves the last 2 tournaments. And I feel like
What do you think changed today for you potentially with your serves? Were you able to make more?
Yeah, I was able to keep the ball a little bit lower than I have been the last few, but also Travis was also hitting serves, so I didn't feel as much pressure to hit those serves. Yeah,
especially in game 1, Travis was really able to take over. Absolutely. Yeah, that's sweet. What about defensively on offense? What were some things that maybe you felt were going better than last time in particular against Seattle, where it was with double clutch playing with Frederick and Rahul?
They were setting real high, so they gave us a lot of time to get in position, and Rahul was just looking to blast it the whole time. So I was able to get my body in front of it, jump in there in the last minute, and I was getting a ton of body outs. Because we had a bunch of defensive conversions, but we also had a bunch that we didn't even convert, but we got good touches on.
Yeah, just getting square on the ball, and I think it comes with those extra serves being in play. You were generating a lot of that extra pressure you're talking about. Is there anything that you're thinking about differently when you look at a team like Double Clutch, a very talented team, but one of the shorter teams on the circuit? Is there something in your head you're saying to yourself about making sure you keep the ball low, or are you approaching the serve differently?
The first 2 tournaments, I feel like I was saying that to myself, and it was making me hit high serves. Because I was trying so hard to hit them low, so I was like, I'm just going to, just toss it and rip it, do like I normally do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like overthinking it maybe. Okay, where usually a lot of teams you'll hit low serves on really tall players.
Yeah, I hit my lowest serves on the tallest players because I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, beating people on their ankles. Okay, cool. So you're saying today it was a little more of just play your game and just let it happen. You'll make the serves. And for Core, I know he doesn't do as much of like the side spin, so his might not jump up as much on the net.
Yeah, he hits a lot more power, a lot more lower. So
yeah,
he's hitting more square, so it's just hitting and going there. But the spin makes the ball come up a
That's
little
awesome.
bit. Yeah.
And for you guys, now you've got Rock Hill under your belts for a win. Obviously, Garland, you had a podium finish, but this is your second tour stop win of the series. Where Sloppy Seconds going to be playing next?
We are playing California.
Okay,
September 18th.
awesome. So just about a month, they'll be playing out on the West Coast, and then of course we'll be seeing you guys in Pennsylvania for Nationals in October.
Yes, sir.
So very excited about that.
Yeah.
And are we going to be seeing any more of you on the tour series for the rest of the year?
Yeah, September 4th, I'm playing with Addison Powers and Richmond.
Addison Powers of Superpowers. Awesome, love that. Want to check anything else you want to shout out for your fans, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to watching on the stream?
I want to say hi to my girlfriend, Kate Bill. There.
Any sloppy seconds shout outs you want to give for the team? Anything else?
We got a bunch of sponsors releasing soon, but we can't release that yet. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Where can we catch you guys on Instagram to stay tuned?
Sloppy Seconds.
Sloppy Seconds?
On Instagram,
Just,
yeah.
That's the whole name? Okay, so Sloppy Seconds. Nice, okay. You can find that. Cool, and you can definitely look up Gabe Finocchi on Instagram, too. He's the Neon Ninja.
Finocchi Fitness.
Finocchi Fitness, and also the Neon Ninja.
Yeah.
But thanks again, Gabe, for talking.
Right.
Great playing today. It was a treat to get to watch you guys, and we're going to stay tuned. I think the third place matchup is in the middle of Game 3. Oh, so it looks like the Game 3 is going to go the way of Rito Boys, which means we probably won't have a true second matchup, but we'll come back for a sign-off in just a few moments. Thanks again, Gabe, for talking to me, and stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Championship Sunday here at the Spikeball Tour Series Chicago stop. I'm Ben Antowitz here with Frederick Hinkle. You saw him just play with Rahul Murthy on double clutch. They finished second place to sloppy seconds in a thrilling 3-game series. Frederick, what were your thoughts on that series?
You know, it was a lot of fun. We really got to play some really good defense. They're such a solid serve-receive team. So when we challenged them with serves, we were able to get a lot of bad touches and really play some exciting points. So I was really happy with the quality of the games. We're disappointed to lose, but, I mean, that's around that.
Yeah. One thing I was specifically interested in asking about was some of the shot selection you had where a lot of times when you're centered on the net and you feel comfortable, you're not hitting low push shots in the gaps. You're hitting the ball high and hard over people and daring them to just chase it down. What's going into that process? I know people sometimes call you the machine. You're calculated. So what's going into that decision?
A lot of the times, like when I'm coming to the net, it's really tough for me to get around some of the other players or maybe just the no-hit zone. I'm not the tallest guy. Rahul's not the tallest guy. So oftentimes we really only have like a high shot or a low shot, and we're not really choosing angle. It's mostly like a trajectory decision.
Okay.
So for us, am I going to hit low or am I going to hit high is the real question, because we really don't have much angle to work with there. Unless
able to reach around too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless the set is really high and we can get to the net. So
yeah,
that's really the decision-making process.
Yeah, because one thing that went, I guess, particularly well for Sloppy was they were able to track down one or two of those extra long balls and cleanly get them back to net. So that was just an interesting dynamic between these two teams. So that's a great point. We talked about how you guys are a little shorter offensively. I guess on the flip side, you got a couple of extra receives you maybe didn't have to receive on Finocchi. For you guys, is there anything you're thinking differently when you're either receiving or on the serving end of that with that angle and the height dynamic for you guys?
I mean, for us, using the new shoulder rules, essentially I can cut it as far as I want, and I know that it's going to stay low if I hit it pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to worry about
a lot of those.
Yeah, for real.
A couple of them that really jumped more than the other ones. I think a few more in the Rito semifinals there, but a couple in the finals too that were really fantastic.
But it's really tough on Gabe because if you think about it, a lot of he has to be really careful on how much cut he's going to put on the ball, so it doesn't cut too much into the pocket and lip up a little too high.
Sure. So for you, it's you're taking that advantage and kind of running with it.
Exactly.
Sure. Awesome. And I know I was saying to Rahul was undefeated on the day, or undefeated on the tournament, I guess, for the Tour Series this year. Now drops to 2-1 on tournaments for the year. Question for you guys is, are we going to see double clutch again before Nationals?
For sure. We should be at Richmond. I fully anticipate to go there with Rahul.
Okay.
That's currently the plan. We'll look at flights. And then I think that'll be his last tournament till Nationals.
Okay.
He'll be playing a bunch more in Texas, and I'll go to California.
Yeah, both you guys, of course, hailing from Lone Star State, part of Lone Star Roundnet. Who do you think you might be playing with in California?
I intend to play with Blake Hinkey. He's a Texas guy.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, awesome. And then anything else you want to shout out as we look forward to the end of the day and just moving forward? I know you're part of Lone Star Roundnet. Anything else you want to give kudos to?
Sure. I'll have to shout out Texas Nationals will be in the beginning of December. So if you're looking to play a nice tournament in warm weather, it should be in the 60s. So
awesome. Come
down to Texas in December.
Cool. And where can people find more information about that?
You can find more information at texasroundnet.com.
Cool.
And it's all on there in the events page.
Sweet. Anything else you want to shout out?
Nope, that's all. Thanks,
awesome.
man.
Well, great playing today, Frederick. It was a treat to watch you, and thank you guys for tuning in.